Okay, so technically the first one was not a therapist. He was a Methodist minister, but I'm giving him street cred here because he was the first that suggested that maybe, just maybe, I was bipolar, and that this was not a spiritual issue.
I'm happy to see you for as long as you like. I just don't think this is a spiritual issue. You need to see a doctor.
A doctor's just gonna put me on meds. I mean, have you read that book, Listening to Prozac? I mean, I don't want to take medication.
Hey, half the people in this church are on something. I have a parishioner who's a therapist. I think you should contact him.
The next one, that beautiful, godlike creature that saved my life. Handsome with a soothing baritone, salt and pepper hair, well-trimmed beard, glasses. He always wore blazers with blue jeans, had a huge picture of Jim Morrison's grave above his desk.
You belong in a hospital.
Maybe I could just take a vacation?
And then you'll just come back with the same problems you had when you left. Look, I can't make you go to the hospital, but I'm not going to take this crap. You set up an emergency meeting, you asked for my help. I tell you what to do, you refuse to do it. I'm not going to take that. I'd be happy to refer you to another therapist.
But I don't want another therapist. And snap. That one fragmented shard of tough love enabled me to breathe again. But then I had a brief meeting with someone recommended to me by a brother who was concerned that psychology was only handling the secular side of things, not the spiritual. So I scheduled an appointment to pacify him. After the hospital, I was so fragile I thought the more opinions, the better.
I want you to read this book. You'll find that as your faith grows, there actually is no such thing as mental illness. Those who claim to have it are just lacking in their spiritual awareness, and psychiatrists are just trying to tear you down. So here's my number. If you ever feel suicidal, give me a call.
I was suicidal. I called. He was out of the office for 2 weeks. No one on call to take his messages. No one on call to handle a crisis. Very thankful that I never divorced from therapist number 2. A move to the other end of the state, and I fell into the care of a bright, intelligent Jewish man who joked about being kosher in a state famed for barbecued pork. We fell into an easy rhythm as I rattled and jumbled about dysphoric and dysfunctional workplaces. Every session, he would tell me a Jewish joke, and I would counter with a Baptist one.
How many Jewish grandmas does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
And don't mind me, Bubble Eye, just sit here in the dark.
Why don't Baptists have sex standing up?
I give up.
They're afraid people will think they're dancing. It fell into a strange friendship, me recommending a women's center class for his wife when they were expecting their second child, and him attending my first book signing at a local mom and pop bookshop. Then, budget cuts. His job changed, my job changed. We moved on.
When you envision what you want, you can achieve it. Now, your depression is simply. Oh, God. Hold on. Yes, sorry. I'm so glad you called. Yeah.
She even held my hand during our sessions. It made me uncomfortable. I mean, not sexually, just like she was trying too hard. And by the way, that was the first of 2 calls she answered during one of our sessions. I never went back. Another move, this time as far east as I can go. She told me that her last client had committed suicide, and it devastated her. I saw her for only 1 year before she retired. Beautiful, thin and soothing. A voice that makes me believe that she was a poet in a past life. She had 1 degree in psychology and another in seminary. I love that she believes in women in the pulpit.
And if you need to change an appointment, please be sure to let me know if it's an emergency or if it's just a scheduling problem. I can always fit you in on an emergency basis. Always, always. I can fit you in if it's an emergency.
And I believe her. Now, whoever you are, whoever I see next, I hope I don't need you. But I've been through a lot in the last 24 years. I may move. I may lose my job. Life could change. But whoever you are, I promise to hold you loosely if you'll hold me gently. And together we can explore and laugh and cry and soar.